Hi, and welcome to the very first episode of Solstice SolsticeNightSky Productions. I'm your host, Christine Soltis, and today I'm going to be discussing the Horror Realm event that just went past. Now, it was March 15th, 16th, and 17th at the Crown Plaza Hotel across from South Hills Village. But if you missed out on that one, don't worry, they're going to have another one in September. They're coming up on their 5-year anniversary, so I think they're going to be around for a while. Okay, and now I'm going to show you some of the works I scored at this awesome event. I got The Fall of Pittsburgh by Matt Demas. We actually were on an author panel together along with Nelson Piles and Chris Rickard, who owns LJ's Used Bookstores. Next up, I have Rich Bottle Jr.'s The Manacle. Okay, it's probably a good read there too. We also have Tiffany Apan, some of her music. And then I have a couple movies that I scored from Happy Cloud Pictures. One of them is the Splatter movie, okay, and then The Resurrection Game. And then this book by Mike Watt, who is also part of the Happy Cloud Pictures, along with Amy Lynn Best. Now coming up, I'm going to show you some clips of the event itself, and then also some from the author panel, so stay tuned and enjoy.
Hi everybody, I'm Chris Rickard. I own LJ's Books right down the road in Dormont. We are a science fiction, fantasy, horror specialty store, and so when I come to events like this, they ask me to introduce you to all of these fine authors. I'm happy to say all of these people have done events in my bookstore, which is awesome. This is Nelson Piles, Matt Demas, Christine Soltis, all phenomenal authors. They're going to read a little bit for you, and then we're going to do a Q&A as time permits. And I believe that Christine Soltis is going to get us started. If each of you could just tell us a little bit about yourself before you read, that would be fantastic.
Okay, well hello everybody, and thanks for coming in. My name's Christine Soltis. I've been writing for about 9.5 years now. I'm going on my 10th year. I've been writing predominantly fiction. Lately I've been moving into a non-fiction realm. I also like to write travel articles and things like that. I like science a lot. So I have a lot of horror stuff that I originated or started with. So I'm also moving into science fiction and things like that. And the first book that I'm going to read to you from, this is a story. Final Moon is a story about a young man who has a curse, and on the full moon he doesn't turn into a werewolf. He becomes a killer. And this came out with Matthew Boucher. We had a screenplay that we started with. And at this scene right now, he's struggling with trying to control what he is. And it's just going to be a couple pages for this one. Okay? Spike opened the door and gasped. His eyes began to blur again. He blinked harshly, trying to force away the change in his senses. The full moon had declared its place above. This cotton ball dotted the sky with strings of white permeating from it. The transformation was beginning.
I'm reading from the title of my book is called The Fall of Pittsburgh. It's pretty much zombies taking over the city of Pittsburgh. Imagine where I'm starting at. It's in the middle. It's character. He's getting snapped out of a daydream. I'm just going to start from there. Hey man, are you alive? Aaron yelled, trying to get Tim's attention. Yeah, what's up? Tim said, snapping out of his daydream. Both been quiet forever. We've been walking on these train tracks forever. What's the plan? When are we getting off these tracks? I've been thinking. There's a place they were taking civilians to. Yeah, like where?
I'm Nelson. I write as well. Obviously, I'll just go to tables and hang out, and I go. The story I've been reading, this was a story that came out about 2 years ago, and it actually wound up in 2 anthologies. It's called Where the Apple Shine Won't Reach. And it was a story I actually had lying around, and I saw a submission call for stories that were, for lack of a better way to put it, anti-Twilight. So, and I actually just had this lying around, and I was my little love letter to Stephanie Meyer. So this is real quick. Brenda lay on her bed, 3 pages to go in her book. Her face was moist with tears, and she was biting her lip. 7 books in, this was to be the last book for the Dark Gift romantic vampire series. The absolute last, according to the publisher, in spite of the 2 previous sequels that were also to have been the last. But this was to be the absolute last one. It was even called Last Rites.
Now that wraps up this first episode of Solstice Night Sky Productions. Again, I'm your host, Christine Soltis. I want to send out a special thanks to Sandy Stolfire, Rich Dalzado, and Michelle Linhart for bringing us this convention every year and making it better each and every time. Now, I also want to especially thank my table mate, Laura Penkowski-Swinchuk, and she has a branch called Inertia Global Macabre Photography, and it's some pretty awesome stuff. I was actually fortunate enough to take part in that, so you can check out some photos she did with me in the album called Unanswered Prayers. Just make sure you give it a check out, come to the convention, and we'll be happy to meet with you.